human beings of planet Earth. It's Nikki Sunshine here. And I'm here today to speak on, emotions and grief, and specifically how some of the things people might say to you, or you might say to yourself when you're experiencing these feelings, may seem helpful but actually aren't. That's what I really want to talk about today. So before we dive into this juicy conversation, I invite you to just take a moment. Let's take a moment or two to just become very present here right now with one another. If you've come across this video on YouTube, or if you're watching it on Facebook, I just invite you in this moment to release the other tasks you are attempting to do while also watching this video. Just to drop in right here, right now, listening to the sound of my voice. You can keep your eyes open or close them if that helps you connect to this present moment. Just bring some recognition to your breath. Beautiful life force energy. Breath that pulses through you and pulses through me. Each and every moment of every single day. Oh, what a gift it is to have breath. God, universe, I thank you for gifting me and all of those beautiful humans watching with breath constantly. Never asking for anything in return, just simply gifting it to us each and every moment. As you bring attention to your breath, I invite you to just envision roots unfolding from your sits bones, from your booty, down, unraveling into the ground, into the earth's crust, planting down there. Feeling the rootedness in your own system, feeling your butt on the chair, on the ground, on the bed, wherever you are. If you're laying down, feeling your back on the bed, on the floor, and just feeling that connection to the ground, to Mother Earth. As you feel that connection to Mother Earth in your own body, I want to invite everyone listening to join me in a single deep breath together to close this invocation here today. The invitation on my count will be to breathe slowly in through your nose. As you begin that inhale, envision a light of any color you choose, starting in your root chakra. And as you inhale, envision that light moving up through your sacral, through your solar plexus, through your heart center, up through your throat, past your third eye, and out your head above your crown. Once the light is resting here, I invite you to just hold that breath in for 5 seconds. And then slowly release that breath out through the mouth, envisioning this light coming outside of your body, forming a force field of love, presence of energy. And with this joined breath, we will have closed this invocation together. So on my count, we're breathing in slowly through the nose. 1, 2, 3. And as you feel ready, and maybe you don't, and you can listen to the rest of this video in this relaxed internal state if you wish. And if you wish to rejoin me here, you can slowly flutter your eyes back open, rejoining me right here, right now. Thank you. Thank you for being courageous enough to get very present with me. Now that I feel more present and I feel all of you more present with me, let's talk about the juicy conversation surrounding emotions and grief and what to do with them and what not to do with them. So we have emotions, right? Some of them are like joy and happiness and gratitude and love. I don't know if love's really an emotion, but feeling loving and connected and all these feelings. And then there's these other feelings like anger, jealousy, heartbroken, sad, grief, feeling grief. And it seems to me that somewhere along this journey of being a human, we've learned that some feelings are okay and they're good and they're conscious and they're going to lead you to this, that, and the other thing. They're going to lead you to be more growth orientated and more evolved if you feel these things, and these other feelings are bad and you shouldn't feel them and you should avoid them at all costs. And here's an ibuprofen, don't feel that pain. Right? It makes sense when I look at the culture and where we've gone to as human beings, why we have these beliefs collectively, many of us. And so I just first want to say I don't believe that any of your feelings are bad. I believe we came here incarnated as a human to feel all sorts of things. Each of us chose human being on planet Earth, please, so that we could come here and feel and experience all the different senses and experience all these different emotions and get to really have those experiences. They're so dynamic and different and unique, and each of them has something to offer. So first of all, whatever you're feeling is fucking gorgeous. Whatever you're feeling right now in this moment, whether it be fuck that person, raging anger, or it's like, oh wow, look at that little kitten, or it's like, wow, I just feel so full of love, or you're on the floor deep in your tears, full of sadness, even though maybe you don't think the reason you're feeling sad is justified. I want you to know, I think that everything you're feeling is so incredibly beautiful and worthy. And I thank you for being brave enough to feel those things. Now, what happens when I'm feeling grief or sadness or anger in the presence of others? Have you ever had this experience? This has happened to me before. So maybe I'm feeling grief and I'm like, oh yeah, like, well, here's a recent one. I'll go more into this later, but like, oh, my cat died. I'm so sad, I love that cat. And then maybe someone comes in and says, well, like, we don't know that for sure, and maybe they're out just having their own epic life out there in the woods, or maybe, they did die, but they've reincarnated as a better version of a cat, and they're having an awesome life now, so just think positively, it's okay. Have you ever had anyone tell you to think positively when you're feeling anything but positive inside of you? Yeah, it's quite an experience, and these people, myself included, I've been this person. I've said this to myself, so I'm not making anyone wrong here. But what's happening, typically, whoever says that has a good intention. They're like, well, I want you to feel better, and so think positively. Or they are uncomfortable with their own sadness, grief, anger, and so being around you in sadness, grief, anger makes them uncomfortable unconsciously, and so they ask you to make it different. right? So there's a number of things that can be going on when someone says, just think positive. But the point is, when I'm told to just think positive and I'm feeling anything but positive, yes, it invalidates my current state of being. Yes, maybe it spins me into my own spiral of should I not be feeling this way? But more so, it takes me away from being present with whatever's alive in me. So if I'm feeling deep sadness because my cat just died, and then I say to myself or someone says to me, well, just think positively. It's like, yeah, okay, think positively. Okay, everything's going to be okay. The cat's going to be happier no matter what. I can trust this. Okay, maybe I'll do some breath work. Okay, release the sadness. Okay, maybe I'll do some yoga or meditate. Let me meditate and get rid of the sadness. All of these modalities are just ways of escaping being present with the feeling itself. And when a feeling arises in my body, now this is different than a thought showing up in my head, right? There's a big difference there between a thought showing up in my head and encouraging a feeling versus an emotion, energy and motion arising in my actual system, in my body. So when an emotion arises in my body, it is that part of me is asking to be felt. It is asking to be seen. It is asking to be acknowledged. And by not acknowledging it, by choosing to be positive or going into yoga or going into breath work in order to get rid of this feeling, I'm ignoring that request, right? So the feeling's like, see me, feel me, please, we're hurting, we need a voice, we need to be felt. And then I'm like, no, you need to go. I'm going to breathe you away. I'm going to meditate you away. I'm going to think positively. And despite the fact that I'm feeling shattered inside, right? So I'm here to tell you that you don't need to think positively when you're feeling grief. You don't need to think positively when you're feeling sadness. And people will tell you your whole life, think positively, and it's okay. Bless them, love on them, and say, actually, I'm feeling this way right now, and I'm just going to stay with that. Let them have their discomfort. They're, whether they know it or not, most likely feeling uncomfortable with your grief, or they want you to feel better, which is their discomfort with someone they love having hurt feelings. And all of that's okay. All of that's part of being a human. You probably have it too. I have it too. But the point is, your feelings are meant to be felt. And when I truly become present with an emotion deeply in my body, it eventually dissolves, it subsides. I don't carry it around with me in every moment, right? So when I feel my grief, my sadness, my anger fully when it arises, then I'm not walking around the world and in every moment having this massive weight of unprocessed grief or sadness because I never let myself feel it, so it just lives in me constantly. Do you see that? So, feel your feelings. They're worthy, they're valid, they're meant to be felt, and there's a medicine in allowing yourself to feel these things. There's a medicine in allowing yourself to feel your emotions, your grief, your sadness, your anger, your jealousy. Getting present with them in your body, right? Not perpetuating them further with false stories and beliefs, but getting present with these feelings in your body, being with them, being with the pain. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, that's it for now. That's it for now. There's medicine in that. It's often from the depths of my pain, my sorrow, my confusion that I get these moments of clarity, of direction, of wisdom, right? So I hope this message has landed in the ears of someone who needed permission today to feel your feelings fully, unapologetically. to know that you are not bad or wrong or unevolved or unenlightened for feeling these things. You're fucking gorgeous in your feelings, all of them. You're just as enlightened in your sadness and your jealousy and your anger as much as you are in your joy and your laughter. I believe this, truly. And if you want to learn this stuff, you're like, how can I be with my feelings? I don't really know how to do that in my body. Guess what? I'm doing a free masterclass on exactly that. So if you want to learn how to be with your feelings and feel them presently in your body instead of avoiding them, let me know by dropping a comment, whether you're on YouTube or on Facebook, and say, I want in on the masterclass, yo! And I will send you information with how to join me. It's going to be fun. It's going to be next week. Probably Monday, but I'm not committing yet because I don't know for sure. But it's going to be next week. So, sending you love, many, many blessings, courage, strength to be who you are, to love who you are in this moment, and this moment, and this moment.